I am presenting this, yes.
Okay.
So this is the return of the San Andreas Gateway San Andreas State Route 49 Gateway and Corridor Study. This was presented to you during the public comment period on the draft negative declaration. I think it was in late August that we brought this to you. I think maybe Lisa, you were absent that time, and as was Commissioner Pacelli, but the rest of you saw it. I think you were gone. Okay. So this, and we distributed copies of the draft study to you. The comment period closed on the neg deck. We received one comment. It was from the Calaveras Public Utility District. They expressed concern that the future construction work could disrupt their service because of the need to move water lines and sewer lines and those kinds of things. So we made one change to the document. We met with them, Amber and Amber Collins from the COG, and I met with the Public Utility District manager and their engineer, and we've added a little bit of discussion under the implementation section. This would be on page 121. I passed out a copy of that page. And we added coordinate with all utilities for necessary easements and required relocations, number 7, under the numbered list of things that would be part of the implementation of the plan. And then there's discussion in the paragraph below about 2/3 of the way down in the discussion. Also, early coordination with utility companies is particularly important so that needed routing and reroutings of services are planned to either avoid or minimize costs and any loss of service to utility customers. So this would be something that would be done during the planning phase and engineering design phase of any project. The basic, this is a program level negative declaration, and the project level environmental document would go with the identified construction project. So as a roundabout or a stoplight or a crosswalk or whatever improvement is planned at the next stage and funded, then we would do the analysis of the specific of biology and cultural resources and all the other things we would need to do at that level where we know exactly what's going to be happening. So we would coordinate closely with the utility district at that time and make sure that we minimize impacts to the services. I mean, there may be need to relocate, and those are costs associated with that. And it really depends on who was there first, whether it was the road or the utility that was there first, who's responsible for covering those costs. But those are things that would then be built into the grant, which is the primary source of funding for these future improvements, would be grant applications through the state. So with that, we haven't received any other comments, pro or con, on the plan or on the environmental document. I hope you had a chance to look at it. I hope you think that it is worthy of forwarding on to the board, as well as the COG staff will be taking it to the COG as well. Once it's adopted, it can be used for future planning purposes and funding grant applications in upcoming rounds of those.
Is the public utility the question happy with?
Yes, they are. They were satisfied after our meeting.
And I assume that this does not replace table 27 on the same page.
No, I'm sure that there was some renumbering. We have reposted the final version of the document. It's on the COG website now. It's on the project website. We'll be posting it on our website tomorrow or Monday when we get a chance to do that. We just received the final version from the consultant a couple days ago and been sort of focused our attention on the cannabis ordinance, so I haven't been able to get that up yet.
Commissioner,
That's the only.
Can you turn your mic on, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the only change. This page here is the only. This is the only change to section 7 in the document. All the rest is the same. The final document also includes a number of technical appendices that weren't included in the original draft, and that's just some of the background information that we used to lead us to what we ended up with the recommendations. So rather than print it out, I felt that if you had the original document, had a chance to look at it, if you need it, you can look at it. If you really need a hard copy just to put on your shelf, we'll be happy to print one out for you.
Okay.
And one question, and this is just a factual clarification. It mentioned how the Mountain Ranch Road improvements, not the intersection with the highway, but improvement costs are largely included and funded in an existing county project from 2008. What's the status of that project? It's been approved and funded, but hasn't happened.
Where's Mountain Range? No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. I know that it is moving forward. These kinds of road projects take a long time to get through the various funding and approval and, CIP program. Unfortunately, Public Works isn't here to
that's
provide an answer to that question.
I was just-
My understanding it
just
is
curious.
relatively soon, and I don't know if
Do you
Amber
have any
knows the answer
different-
to that.
Amber Collins with the Calaveras Council of Governments. I do know that project is currently programmed and they're doing environmental work at the moment. Then they'll move into right-of-way and then construction. So in terms of the details on the schedule of construction, I don't even think Public Works knows that information at the moment.
News for you.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Okay, is there any questions for Peter?
No, I had a couple of suggestions on the resolution.
Okay. Commissioner
On
Sisson,
page 2,
did you have any questions before? Page 2.
first, or second sentence, mitigation of those impacts was identified through project planning at the individual project stage of future development. I think the impacts was identified, should be will be identified.
Okay.
And then on paragraph 2, the first sentence says, "The proposed plan utilizes the existing land use designations and growth projections to identify need circulation infrastructure." Need should be needed. That's all the grammatical issues I located.
And I agree with those changes.
Just before we're done, I think this is just an amazing project, and I think everybody that's been involved in it has done a marvelous job of bringing in the public. If it can be done, it's going to be great.
Well, a lot of kudos goes to the consultants that we hired and the teamwork of Caltrans, the county, and the COG. That's the way it's supposed to work. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right,
So I would recommend that you adopt Resolution 2017-080 as amended, recommending that the Board of Supervisors adopt the mitigated negative declaration and further adopt San Andreas State Route 49 Commercial Gateway and Corridor Study.
I so move,
Okay.
as amended.
second somewhere?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There's 4-0, one absent.
And it wouldn't have been any slower if you'd been the first one.
Okay, so there are no informational items, there are no study sessions, and commissioner reports. I first want to say thank you to all of you for the last couple of weeks because you worked very, very hard. I kind of lost it on the last day and had a little bit of a temper tantrum, and I apologize to all of you, but I want to thank you for all the work that you did. It was amazing and wonderful and great. It was a lot of work. I hope it's behind us now, and we get to continue to move forward with some amazing projects and bring this county alive with some really good industry. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. So, is there any other commissioner reports?
No.
Okay. Planning director reports.
I have nothing else.
Then we're going to adjourn.
Great.
Thank you.
Before we adjourn.
Yes.
What? She's so...
This file expanded.
You think you can get back in
I'm
there?
not gonna get